Now, you know you've got a successful franchise on your hands when an entire movie is being made purely to make fun of it. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Lifestyle Critic. I hope you are doing well. In this video we are going to be reviewing Vampires Suck, which is a parody movie that is pretty much spoofing the Twilight Saga, mainly the first one and the second one, along with some pop culture references thrown in there as well. Now let's be honest, this movie is pretty lame, pretty stupid as well, and there are some shockingly bad moments in this film as well. But if you know what you're signing up for, which is pretty much a movie that's going to be poking a lot of fun at the Twilight Saga, then I think you're going to enjoy it, and I'm going to be breaking it all down for you in this movie review. So the storyline of Vampire Suck is pretty much a retelling of the first two movies from the Twilight Saga, except this time they are doing a lot of mockery on a lot of things. So for example, the town of Forks is being called Sporks. Over here, Bella, or Becca's father, is being shown to be a really incompetent, really useless and really clueless and aloof sheriff in the town who doesn't really know what on earth is going on. And the vampire killers are often being confused for the Black Eyed Peas. I mean, there are some really hilarious moments in there, but there are also some really cringeworthy, awful and really cheap moments in there as well. The fangirl debate about the Team Edward versus the Team Jacob mockery is pretty hilarious as well, and the spin on certain aspects is really, really inventive. And so from a storyline point of view, there's not that much to say here, as it's pretty much a parody film making fun of the Twilight Saga. And I think it works especially from a movie parody point of view. So surprisingly, the casting characters of Vampire Suck are actually surprisingly decent. So let's go through them one by one. So first up we have Lanter, who is playing the Edward Sullen character. He is obsessed with the Becca Crane character, and he does a really bad job of hiding the fact that he is actually a vampire. And actually, Lanter, because he is such a brilliant actor, I feel like he mirrors the way that Robert Pattinson was playing the Edward Cullen character really, really well. Next up we have Proske, who is playing the Becca Crane character, and similarly she does a really, really good job as well in terms of mirroring the pensiveness and the shyness and the awkwardness from Kristen Stewart's portrayal of the Bella Swan character. Next up we have Riggi, who is playing Jacob Black, and I feel like out of all of the actors, he is definitely doing the most embarrassing things in this movie as the Jacob character. And then finally we also have Jeong, who is a brilliant comedian actor, and he is in this movie playing Doro, the Zoltori lead, and he has some hilarious sequences towards the end of this movie. So like I said, surprisingly, the cast and characters of Vampire Suck are actually pretty decent. So from a visuals point of view, even though this is a cheap parody film, they actually match the set of the Twilight Saga really, really well. I mean, the town of Sporks looks really, really good. The houses are very similar to how they are in the Twilight Saga. The high school is pretty much identical. The Edward Sullen family house looks really, really similar as well. The woods, the scenes in the woods are very similar to Twilight, and also the scenes in the festival are really, really similar to New Moon as well. So from a visuals point of view, I feel like they recaptured the Twilight magic really, really well. So in terms of comparison, this movie is obviously not as good as Twilight and New Moon as the original movies that is trying to make fun of them. However, in terms of parody movies, I don't think it's as good also as Scary Movie, but I do think it's a lot better than Date Movie, Disaster Movie and Epic Movie, which are all spoof parody films, and I don't think they're as strong as Vampire Suck because of the brilliant cast and the hilarious jokes that they're trying to tell in this movie. And so from a comparison point of view, as far as parody films are concerned, I feel like Vampire Suck is actually pretty decent. So overall, at the end of the day, Vampire Suck is just a parody film, and they do actually go there pretty well. I feel like they didn't really hold back. They do take a lot of risks, and they do make fun of the Twilight Saga really, really well. This movie also did really, really well in the cinema box office as well, which I think is testament to how massive and big and strong the Twilight fan base are. But at the end of the day, I do feel like this is a bit of a TV movie, and so I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 10. I'd love to hear what you think, so please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.